Praise 1025, Atlanta's inspiration station. What's going on, family? Nico hanging out here, and listen, this great foundation is doing something really great this coming Saturday at Atlantic Station. We were actually out there this past Saturday doing pre-registration, so I'm excited to have him in the studio today. Please welcome Chairman of Evence Foundation, Dr. Christopher Edwards, and Councilman Byron Amos. How are you feeling?
Doing good, sir. How about you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks.
Good to see you again.
You as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I just mentioned last Saturday we were out at Atlantic Station at the Nike store getting everybody registered, pre-registered for this event this coming Saturday. And for those, I want to go back a little bit to talk about exactly what this foundation is and how did it start.
Well, I appreciate the question. It has been and will be all about mental health. So the start of it is looking at a problem that most people just kind of put aside because they can't see it. But mental health care is as important as your heart, bones, kidneys, any other vital organ function. But if you see a heart problem or heart attack, people run to it. See what we can do to help. If you have a broken leg in football or anything else that happens, we see it. But because we cannot necessarily see the physical aspect of mental health, doesn't mean it's not real. And that's why we are focusing on it, because it affects us all in so many ways. And so the Evence Foundation, that's what we're laser focused on and trying to bring the entire community up and around to. This is a healthcare issue that has to be addressed just as much as anyone else.
Oh, you said a mouthful right there, and I definitely agree. And you and I had talked Saturday about this and how important it is for us to take care of our mental health. And it starts young, too. I want to say that I have a set of twins who are at that pivotal age where they're very they take in everything from everybody, and we have to check that in early. So I love the fact that you are doing this and getting those out early to a 5K walk run. And so I want to talk to Mr. Byron Amos, Councilman Byron Amos. So what role do you play in this?
Well, first of all, being a very good friend to the chairman here, and being honored that this event is taking place in my district. Just talking about our first responders in the city, how, stress, they handle stress, how mental health is very important on that aspect. My family going through a personal thing with my brother committing suicide several years ago. Like you say, it's something that you really don't see, but it's there. I work with the Center for a Developing Child out of Harvard. And they describe, I'm glad you talked about your children, they describe the young people's brain like a rubber band.
Wow.
It stretches, it goes back into shape. Stretches, goes back into shape. Keep pulling that rubber band, what it do? Ultimately breaks.
Yeah.
And that's what they describe the brain to, that's constantly up under stress. And that's mental health. So being able to be a part of this, being able to have all of our vendors, our partners coming out and actually enjoying this and sharing this with the city is very important.
I love that, and I want to hit on the children thing again. I think it's super important that we get those, but this is open to everybody, correct?
Absolutely.
So is there an age range or just where it starts?
No, we actually have a kids zone.
I love it.
For young kids to
You
come
know how
out.
to get the kids out.
Oh, we're going to bring them out, and they get an opportunity to stretch their brains with a little fun.
Yeah.
But to segue into what you were saying, in the past, there was a time for quiet, and the brain had an opportunity to engage, decompress. There were family meals together.
Yeah.
There wasn't constant TV. There wasn't constant social media. It wasn't constant. Now, kids are even afraid to go to school. It's gotten to a point where, look, mental health, even though you can't see it, you're seeing the effects of it. So I give the description from a scientific point of view. Albert Einstein never saw the atom. But not only did he know it was present just by observation, he stopped something he could not see and split it to create energy.
Yeah.
So we have to start looking at mental health the same way. look at the effects. You know it's present. But some people can be standing right in front of you, hiding in plain sight. And you could see the results because last month was Suicide Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Well, every 11 seconds, there is one suicide in the United States. There are 50 gun suicides, 50% of gun violence are suicides versus, mass shootings, which in the U.S. is as high as 384, depending on how you are defining it. In Georgia, mass shootings were minimum of 8 by definition, high as 13. Of course, we only hear about those fantastic or the ones that occur like Appalachia, where was the intersection? The young man needed mental health. So we've got to kind of really refocus this lens. In the past, there were opportunities to get folks some care. But because certain things happen, a lot of the mental health institutions shut down. Well, they're only provided by the federal government, the state or local county governments. If one of our goals is to refocus even government entities to say, okay, how do we engage on this just as much as we engage on heart attacks, concussions in footballs, sickle cell anemia, things that we have broad agreement on. We can all agree that this is an issue that everybody, whether you're at the top of the ladder or the bottom of the ladder, everybody's on the same ladder and we're climbing in the same direction. So that's how we should focus our conversation and our thought process around mental health.
I love it. If you're just now joining us, we are speaking with Chairman Dr. Christopher Edwards and Councilman Byron Amos. This coming Saturday is going to be very special. Like you mentioned earlier, the kids can come out. It's for everyone. It's in Atlantic Station, correct? I know the race starts at 8:30, but I was told last week that you can get there if you didn't get a chance to pre-register last Saturday. You can get there early and register early. Is that correct?
You can register early, and sometimes you just want to walk. Just come on.
We all can deserve a little walk. Walking ain't going to hurt you.
Walking will not hurt you in a whole lot of healthcare aspects, but we have over 40 some odd vendors.
Yep.
And everything from light therapy to free food to cooking demonstrations, live podcast on mental health, things of that sort, therapists available, other healthcare providers available. And did I mention we have free food?
Well, you see how I reacted to that, right?
There you go. So we want everybody to come out and let's just get this thing focused and going, and everybody understanding the importance of why we need to walk for life. And that is the name of this foundation, Evence Walk for Life.
I love it.
And Chairman, it's very important. I think it's important that this is taking place in this type of environment because people always look at mental health issues or problems as a dark day, a bad time. We want you to come out and understand you can have good time with good people and still get good help. Yeah. So don't look at it as it's a stigma or anything. We actually have people that will be there that want to help you. Yeah. So come on out. If you think this is where you need to be, if you know someone else that need to be there, put them in your car and bring them. They can come, get help, get good food, get the next steps, and have fun with good people.
I love it. Evence Walk for Life 5K walk run goes down this Saturday, October 5th at Atlantic Station. Our race begins at 8:30, but like we just mentioned, even if you just want to come walk, just show your support for somebody. We can walk for somebody because everybody knows somebody who's going through something. So even if you don't register, come out anyway. Bring the kids, family event. There's going to be food. Let me say, we got to be honest.
Yeah,
a lot of us love some good food now and plenty of things for the kids to do. And prizes as well, correct?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yes, sir. So listen, this is beautiful.
Yeah. Sound therapy, light therapy.
Yeah.
Quiet therapy, putting on the mask and you transport yourself to a peaceful place. So these are experiences that a lot of people don't get access to. I mean, they're just not there. The only other thing I want to add is this. If you need help, don't think you are alone. Everybody somewhere has had a grief moment, and I can list examples. Doesn't matter about your race, doesn't matter about your age, doesn't matter about your religious belief. This is a crossing point for humanity. So don't think you're just by yourself. And quite frankly, if you can't get help, we'll direct you to the right place. And if you still feel like you can't get it, it's not like I'm hiding anywhere. You know, I'm listed, been in Atlanta 30 years now with my practice. You can always call my office and we'll get you to the right spot. So let's get on board with this and let's get the state, the city, the county, and ultimately, you know, after all of the November stuff happens, get everybody focused one more time on an issue that's important for everybody. And that is, you know, mental health and all of the effects, including suicides and gun violence and just folks that get in a dark place and do things that otherwise they wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't do if somebody was just talking to them and listening to them and trying to help them through that next phase in life.
And I love that. You're giving them avenues as well as making it fun.
Yeah.
And that's why you guys should come on out to the Evence Walk for Life this coming Saturday at Atlantic Station, 8:30. My good friends, Dr. Christopher Edwards, and my new friend, Councilman Byron Amos. Thank you all so much for dropping by, and continue to do the great work that you guys are doing in the community. It is so needed, and we love it. So I know we haven't got to Saturday, but we can't wait to do it again next year. How about that?
Hey, thanks. We appreciate it. And
yes,
praise.
Yes.
We appreciate Praise 102.
I love it.
102.5, Praise.
There you go. He trying to take my job. It's Praise, y'all.
No, we thank you.